What's going on, guys? Welcome to Storytime Saturday. All right, we're a beautiful location for this episode. Okay, this is Mission Bay, behind me, San Diego, Paradise Point. I'm visiting this location. Remind me of the time where I got introduced to a slot machine called Dragon Link. Never heard of it before. Okay, at this time in my gambling journey, I was into the table games, blackjack. I was into poker, those type of games. Really reserved the slot machines for 3 real bonus times I was into. Never heard of this game called Dragon Link. So I had a gig in Vegas. I was there for work. Okay, a trip, right? Trip behind me. I'm on a trip, reminding me of that time. Perfect time to tell you this story time slot. So we're visiting Las Vegas, me and a buddy for work, and the night before the gig, the job, my videographer buddy's into slots, right? So he sits down, he has some free play. He has about $1,000 of win free play. Sits down on a game called Dragon Link. I looked at it, I was like, And like I said, at this point, I'm not playing the slot machines. At this point, I was into table games, not really into slots. I knew about the slot machines, the 3 real games, but I wasn't really into the computerized kind of games with the screen and all that stuff. At that time, I would make fun of people that would play them. I would say, like, what the hell is this, right? But then he sits down and he has $1,000 of free play. I'm there with him, and he sits down, plays the free play. He hits like a minor. I think he hits a major, like a $600 major. He turns that free play into I think he turned it into like $1,200 cash. And I was like, damn, man, am I missing something here, not playing these computerized slot machines? Guys, I never heard of this Dragon Link in my life. This is the first time I'm being introduced to this game. Major, mini, minor, grand. What the heck is this? 6 balls coming down. The Buddha laughing, the flags, all this stuff. I was like, this is all new to me at this time, right? The place is Las Vegas. The hotel is the Wynn. So... Again, I was into the bonus times of the 3 real machines, things that I'm familiar with in the past. Being heavily into table games, I was introduced to this new game, okay? He turns the free play into something really, really nice, and that really gets me, excited, and this is how I really got into it, okay? I'm not blaming him, okay? We have a tendency of, if things go right, we ask ourselves, how did I ever get involved in this game? Who introduced me? We like to point our finger. We like to say, damn it, it wasn't for him. I would have never lost $1,000. No. Like I said, we have a tendency of pointing fingers, but that's not what this story is about. Okay. So I go, let me try this, right? John, his name was John. I go, John, let me try this. So I put in $100. I'm spending like $5 a spin. I'm getting lucky, like $75, $80. I hit about $150, and I'm getting lucky at this point. By the way, you like this background, this view? Let me take you somewhere else so you can see some more of the property. It's kind of like a Storytime Slot Saturday walk and talk, and the Paradise Point. Anyway, so I'm playing this thing. I'm trying out for the first time at the Wynn. I'm getting lucky. A couple of $100 here, a couple of $100 there. And again, mind you, I'm not into slots. I used to make fun of people playing computerized cartoon games. So, winning, losing. I get the hang of it. I get the hang of, the rules. There's 6 magic orbs. And I'm getting the hang of it, right? Anyway, we're drinking, and we're having a good time at the Wynn. All of a sudden, I start bidding $10 a spin. I don't even know what I'm doing. At this point, I'm just pressing buttons. Again, I'm not really into slots at this point, right? I'm not really into the game. But I'm just pressing buttons. I keep getting hold and spin, 6 orbs. I think I hit a couple of minis. All of a sudden, I'm up $500. And my friend's telling me, hey, why don't you do this? Press the spin button 3 times, hold it, and he's showing me all these methods that he uses. It's funny, guys. It's pretty funny. And I hit my first minor. Add $10 to spin, $2 denom. You know what that is? That's $2,500 miner. I hit a $2,500 miner my first night playing Dragon Link. Like I said, I'm not really into this game and I don't even know about it, right? Wow. At this point, I'm probably up like $3,000, right? I'm losing like 500, I'm winning 1,000, losing 500, up and down, up and down. Like it's like 2 in the morning, right? I'm looking at my clock. It's 2 in the morning. My friend's tired. He's losing. He lost all his money that he converted into cash, the free play. He lost another $1,000 on top. But then I look at my money, and before he went upstairs, I hit another miner, guys. Another $2,500 miner. Like I said, to me, betting $10 a spin, I'm used to betting $50, $75, $100 on blackjack. So betting $10 a spin, getting lucky a lot from time to time, right? I'm getting lucky a lot because I'm not looking at it like I'm only betting $10 a spin. Hold on, guys. I'm new to this thing, guys. So I'm really new. Hold on. Let me give you a nice little background here. Right here. Here we go. We'll just stand here. So again, when somebody's new to a game, they don't really know what they're doing. They don't really know that $10 a spin on $2 denom is a crazy bet, right? Somebody that doesn't really play slots, that's a high amount. That's a big bet for that game, right? But I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm new to this. So $10, $10. I keep hitting these orbs. I keep hitting the bonus rounds. It's 2 in the morning. I hit my second miner on $2 denom, $10 bet. That's the minimum bet you can make on $2 denom. The general room Dragon Link machine with the major maxed out $1,000. Okay. Somebody hit a jackpot behind me. No, there's no slot machines over here, guys. So anyway, I hit my second miner. Did I say major? No, I hit my second $2,500 miner on $10 bets. Okay, at this point, when I hit that, the lady came and paid me my second hand pay. I look at my wallet. I have like 5,700. I remember 57 because Heinz 57 sauce. I'll never forget the amount. It was 57. I was $5,700 up at this point. Being up $5,700 from playing Dragon Link for the first time ever, being introduced to this slot. Remember, guys, I'm thinking this is like a silly game. I'm a serious blackjack player at this point. I'm a table player. I don't play the slots at this point, right? But I'm like looking at my wallet after the second hand pay comes around, and I have $5,700 up. At this point, my friend goes upstairs, and he's tired. It's 2:30 in the morning. Well, guess what happens, guys? Guess what happens to the gambler in me? I hate thinking about this story because it's just a crazy story where I kind of want to forget it. But I'll never forget it because this was the day I got introduced to Dragon Link and the new generation slot machine. He goes upstairs. I have $5,700 up at this point. We're at the win. It's 2:30 in the morning. What happens to me? Well, the gambling kicks in. My first impression of these new generation of slots gets the better of me, and I'm thinking I'm going to hit the third miner. And this whole time I'm betting $10 a spin, $20 a spin, on $2 denom. I don't get off that $2 denom. I'm always on that thing. The max denom, Stupid me, I don't go look for a high limit Dragon Link. I could have done some damage if I was betting $10 in high limit. Maybe. So I'm sitting there. The bank of machines is at the Wynn, right outside the high limit room. If you've ever been to Las Vegas Wynn, there's a high limit room, and then when you walk outside and you walk towards that carousel with the flowers, the horse made of flowers, it's all flowers there. There's a bank of older generation Dragon Link machines, okay, with a long body. I'm sitting there, $10 spin, $20 a spin. I don't know. I probably did a couple of $50 spins. I'm thinking, hey, this is the mentality of a blackjack player, right? $50. I'm spending $50. I don't know that this is a high bet, right? At this point. So, what happens? Well, I'll tell you exactly what happens. I'm playing, and stupid me, guys. I cannot believe this. I'm chasing something I don't even know what the hell I'm doing at this point, right? I don't know what I'm doing. One thing leads to another. An hour passes. I go through that $5,700 in a matter of, like I said, an hour, 30 minutes to an hour. I look at the clock, it's almost 4 a.m. Okay, I've had something to drink. My friend suggested, the guy that introduced me to this game, at 2:30 in the morning, he said, look, I'm going to go to sleep. Tomorrow's a work day. We're there for work. We got there on a Friday. Our work is on a Saturday. We are supposed to wake up at 11 o'clock to work. And it's 2:30. He goes to bed. I'm still sitting there at 4 o'clock in the morning. Like I said, John, my buddy, suggested, hey, you're up 56, 55, whatever it is. Let's go. You just made your money, and plus whatever you're going to make for this gig tomorrow, you're in a golden situation here, right, guys? I'm like, yeah, I'll come up right now. I'll come up. How many times has this happened to us, guys, when we're playing? Our first impression, it just grabs us. We're in awe of this game. The sounds, the lights, how easy it is to hit like a $3,000 hand pay. It's not easy, but I got two right away. That really impacted me. That really did something to me, right? It left an impression. So I was under the spell of, oh man, this is easy. I could hit another one, and then I could hit another one, and then I could hit another one. So my friend goes up. I'm still there at 4 in the morning, guys. You know what happens here. I end up losing everything that I won that night. $5,700 up money, guys. Not the money I'm brought with me. This is up money. It's gone. It's nowhere to be found. It's in the machine. 4 in the morning. It took me 30 to 40 to an hour to lose all that money. Guess what I do? What do you do when you lose the up money, guys? Can you still stop playing there? Maybe you can, and the wise thing to do is take some profit and go upstairs and sleep, right? Get ready for work tomorrow. But no, I don't do that. Like an idiot, I lose the up money. Now I'm even. I start digging into my original money, and I lose $1,500 with my pocket money. Now it's about 4:30 to 5 a.m. I go to sleep. I wake up 4 hours later feeling like shit, guys. How can you wake up the next morning, go to work for 8 hours, thinking like the amount of money I'm going to make, I just lost half of it. Meaning, the pocket money that I lost, my money, not the up money. Forget about the up money. Don't worry about the up money. I'm not even thinking about that. I'll get to that in a second. But my pocket money, $1,500. Now I gotta work for free, right? I'm there for free now. Whatever I'm getting paid that gig. I don't remember what I was getting paid. Was it $3,000, $4,000? I don't remember. But part of it is pro bono now because I'm stupid. Because I instead of taking $5,700 up, guys, and keeping my $1,500 in my pocket, now I gotta go work the whole day and make some of it back. So, at the breakfast table that morning, I was thinking about, first of all, I was thinking about the pocket money that I lost, but then I was thinking about the $5,700 that I lost. I lost big money there. It doesn't matter that I'm up. That money, almost $6,000. We're talking about a $7,200 swing. Okay, $7,200 swing. 57, 67, yeah. $7,200 swing. I don't know how I made it through the workday, but that was like one of the worst experiences that I've experienced. Being introduced to a new game like that, it gave it to me. Luck was on my side for 2 minors, 2 hand pays, and on top of everything else, I had 2 hand pays slips to show for it. At the win, out of all places. You know how hard it is to hit there. I happened to hit 2 of them at the win. Both of them were at $10 spins, $2 denom. The highest denom on the Dragon Link. I think one of them was Happy and Prosperous. The other one was Panda Magic, I think. If I don't, it was a long time ago. So this is where I got introduced to the Dragon Link, guys. A bad experience, an experience that probably I'll never forget. I left so much money on the table. I could have worked the whole day, got paid for that job, had my $1,500 in my pocket, plus went home $5,000 up, $5,700 up. But I didn't do that. So what ended up happening was I screwed up. So when I walked into the hotel room that night, my friend, we were sharing the room because we were there for work. He woke up and he's like, "Where were you, man? It's 5 a.m. I'm like, "Don't ask." I was so embarrassed to tell him that I lost it on Dragon, that same machine we were playing, and he told me to get up and let's go sleep. I didn't do it. Why didn't I do it? Why didn't I listen to him and just got up and left? I should have done that, but I didn't. I did it. I let the gambling get the best of me. So this can be a lesson for a lot of us, guys. So this can be a big lesson. I don't know what got into me, guys. I don't know what to say, really. So it was a hard pill to swallow, those losses. A very hard pill to swallow. And I don't know I'll never forget that. Our problem is, man, we leave so much money on the table, guys. Let's see how this view looks here. You know what our problem is, guys? We leave so much money on the table sometimes that it's hard to register in our brains. Like, that's a lot of money just to leave on the table like that, and we always do it. And I guess it's part of gambling. I mean, what can I say? Like, it's part of the BS that is gambling. But a lot of this stuff can be avoided, guys. Like, a lot of it just can be avoided. We screw up all the time. And when it comes to gambling, I don't want to be too hard on myself because it was a new game for me. It was just a new game for me, and I wasn't used to it. I thought that it would be so easy to hit another $2,500. No, it's not. So that's the story of when I got introduced to a game called Dragon Link, the most popular slot machine on the face of the earth right now. And it's been like that for what? How many years? You like this view, guys? Hopefully you're enjoying Storytime Saturday. I'm enjoying making these videos. What I was saying was, like, when my friend woke up at about 5 a.m, he's like, "Where were you? This and that." I was so embarrassed to tell him what I did. I was so embarrassed to tell him that I lost it in that same machine that you told me to get up from and go to sleep. I lied to him because I felt stupid. Look at the sun. I lied to him, guys. I lied to him. I told him that. Oops, sorry. I told him that I wanted to go big, and I started playing big on blackjack. He's like, "You took all that money to blackjack?" Yeah, I go, "Yeah, I did." I started betting big. I wanted to win something big, and I told him I lost. At this point, guys, it was like, when I lose, I'm not gonna lie about it. People will people know that you're lying, but I did lie, and I felt like stupid telling him I lost it on Dragon Link. I told him I lost it in blackjack, so that kind of made me feel a little better about the situation. Not much, but that kind of made me feel a little better about the situation. So what can I say? What can I say, guys? That's the story. I'll never forget it because I had that money, guys. $6,000. Beginner's luck, you want to call it? Fine. Hopefully it's not a lot. It's not windy here. I mean, it's windy here, kind of, but hopefully it doesn't come through the audio here. to me, I'll never forget it because that was the day I got introduced to a game that we play all the time. So, if I had the choice, would I want to be still introduced to a game like that? I don't know. That's a good question because that's the majority of the games that I play at a casino are slots now. Funny how that works, right? You're into table games and then all of a sudden you switch to slot machines. This was way before the internet. I mean, no, sorry. I take that back. It wasn't that long ago. What I meant to say is this is way before the days of the slot channel craze. Sure, slot channels did exist when I went on this win trip, but I didn't really pay too much attention to them. That's because they weren't big at this point. There were a few people doing them, but I didn't really watch them. So it did exist at this point, but not big. So would I gotten introduced to Dragon Link if it wasn't for that trip? Maybe. Sure, for sure now because of all this gambling stuff going on YouTube. But you never know. But this reminds me of something I'm going to talk about right now. We'll end this video, Storytime Saturday, here in the special location, San Diego behind me. What I want to just ask you guys and tell you is that has there been times in your gambling journey where you took breaks? Because off and on, like in my gambling journey in my life, there's been times where I actually went from slots, 3-reel machines, then I took some time off, then I started getting into table games again, then I took some time off. Usually when I do take time off, it's coming off a really bad beat where I just say I'm gonna stop for a while. You know my story with the poker, right? Commerce Casino. Watch my Halloween video, Halloween night, where I used to go to Commerce Casino every other day, lose a lot of money. Halloween night, I lost a lot, and I said, that's it. I'm never going into Commerce Casino again. Commerce Casino is a local poker hall, poker card room, big ass place in Southern California, city of Commerce. But that day, I'd never been there again. Like after that day, I said, screw this. If you haven't watched my Halloween night video where I go to Michael Myers' movie locations, check it out. I'll put the link there, the description. But has there ever been times where you kind of had a bad beat and you kind of like moved games or took some time off or stopped playing a certain game? Your interest went somewhere else, or you quit gambling for some time. And then also, my other question is, like, what got you back into gambling after some time off? You take 1 year off, 2 years. There's been times where I've taken 1 year off. Like in 2020, like 2019, I think 2019 to 2020, in that little gap there, I think I took like 8 months off gambling. I didn't gamble. I had some bad beats in 2019, and I didn't gamble. I said, screw this. Has there been moments like that in your life where you just took a lot of time off? And what made you guys actually go back and start gambling again? I would like to know that. Let me know in the comments below what made you guys go back and gamble. So that's Storytime Slots, how I got introduced to Dragon Link. That was a bad beat. I was there for work, and I lost more money than I was going to make the next day working my ass off. So, God. And part of the day I worked for free. Can you imagine how bad that was? Anyway, guys, we'll leave you at that. Storytime Saturday. Thank you for watching. Coming to you from a beautiful location here in San Diego. We'll see you guys next time, guys. Like, subscribe if you like stories like this. I got a lot of them. And the Dragon Link story, you guys probably got introduced to Dragon Link somehow. What was your first time playing them? Also leave it in the comment. Who introduced you to Dragon Link? And are you happy that they did? We'll see you guys. Thanks for watching. Rock and roll. What Dragon Link? What casino, man? Come here. Enjoy your time. Out in nature, right? Alright, guys. By the way, you enjoying my free play redemption tour? You already saw a couple of episodes. Episode 3 coming soon. See you guys. Bye.